This is a short bite episode of Homeschool Together. Hello and welcome to Homeschool Together podcast short bite edition. And today we're going to be talking about a sleeper good game called Qwirkle.
I think there's like 40 million sold, so I don't know how sleeper it is, but sleeper to some people.
Sleeper to us, yeah.
We didn't know about it.
We didn't know. Sleeper game, Qwirkle by MindWare. This is a great tile game. I mean, great tile game. So simple, almost, an index card level of rules. You could write it on your hand.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic game of building combinations. It's sort of like Scrabble for shapes and color.
Right. So there's 6 colors and there are 6 shapes. And you are laying down these really great thick wooden black tiles that have the colors and shapes. And you're laying them down in a line. And your only rules are that you cannot have the same repeated color. So if you want to have, you can't have the same shape and you can't have the same color. Yeah. So if you're going to do squares, for instance, they all have to be different colors. All 6 have to be a different color.
And you can't repeat the same color.
You can't repeat the same color. If you want to do different shapes, square, triangle, circle, star, they all have to be the same color.
Same color, and you can't repeat a shape.
And you can't repeat. There's never any repeat. So basically, when you complete a line that's either all the same shape of different colors or different shapes that are all the same color, then that's called a Qwirkle. So you get double points for it.
Yeah, you score along as you play. So say you lay down 3 tiles, you get whatever the three tile point is.
You get 3 points.
And then if somebody comes in and says, "Oh, I've got a star and I can add to your thing," now they get the score 4 points.
Right,
and then
they get to build on your score.
You can build on people's score. You can only play in a single line, so you can get some really cool little combo plays if you're really smart about it.
Right.
It's super fun, and believe it or not, our 4-year-old can play it.
Yeah, and she's pretty darn good at it, too, because it's terrific for color and shape recognition. Our daughter definitely struggled with colors. I think that Qwirkle probably single-handedly, that and Hoot Owl Hoot got her over her color issue.
There were a couple little games that we were playing right around that time that just got her over the hump on the colors, yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrific game, and it's really fun to sit down and play a thinking game that our 4-year-old can play with us and her grandparents.
Yes.
Right, that's a pretty great spread. As you know on the show, we try to talk about games that have a big spread if we can, because it's just more fun when everyone can play and something's not just super niche-y. This is a terrific game for that. High quality components and really great wooden tiles with bright colors.
Heavy,
it's terrific.
Really durably built and everything.
I think you could definitely use these for like math manipulatives too. I actually think you haven't you?
Yeah, I actually have. Yeah, I've definitely incorporated it into the math curriculum before playing. This was kind of before we were doing the math curriculum. This was like early stuff, but just simple counting, just pulling out tiles. Great little thing for the really really little one to do some stacking. Maybe do some initial color and shape recognition. Great for a 1 or 2-year-old if you just want to pull it off the shelf and just kind of do some proto gaming with them. It's another great game to do that, and I had a lot of fun doing that. We did notice that there's some other editions out there, like a dice one.
There's a Qwirkle Cubes. We were looking this up on Amazon to get the link for you all, and we were like, Qwirkle Cubes.
Yeah, we might
we're gonna have to pick that one up because that looks really awesome. It's one of these games that's very simple and yet involves a lot of complexity. And because other players are playing where you're playing, it changes your strategies. And a game that our preschooler can play is always good.
It has a nice bit of luck built into the game too, because you're drawing new tiles out of the bag, so you never know really what you're going to have.
Yeah, very kind of Scrabble-esque. And then great for math as well, because she has to count up and then keep her own score. Yeah. So she's counting how many, and she's evaluating. You can see her. She looks at the tile and she's like, okay, if I place it here, that's 3 points. But over here, that's 5 points, right? She's really making those connections. So it's great. Math, color recognition, shape recognition, it's kind of like logic.
Manipulatives in the fingers and placing things. Because, when you end up getting like 30 or 40 tiles out there, if you come in there like a bowl, you're going to ruin the game. So coming in
some
dexterity movements too. It's kind of a total package in such a simple game. It's also great to play on the road. You can take it with you, throw it in the bag.
Yeah, because it comes in that nice bag. It would be a super game to take like camping or...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Camping would be
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it's anything where you've just got a bag full of tiles. It's really terrific. I think it's a great game with terrific high quality components
And
that
it's
are not going to...
so like super heady with the rules and stuff. It's,
No.
like if you're on a ferry ride between islands, you could play a couple rounds. It's not a big deal.
Right. I mean, maybe a round takes... We were thinking about maybe it takes 30 minutes.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great game. It's one of those that we picked up, weren't really sure, but we saw that it was popular and we knew that our daughter was struggling with color recognition. So we thought, well, we'll get it. And even if we can only use it for manipulatives, that's great. And then it turned out she could actually play with us. And we all have a really good time playing Qwirkle. And now we've taken it to grandma's house and she really liked Qwirkle. And so it's quickly become a family favorite. Yeah. So we highly recommend you check out Qwirkle by MindWare. Thanks so much for joining us today and making us a part of your homeschool journey. Please engage with us on social media. Join our Homeschool Together podcast group on Facebook and find us at Homeschool Together Podcast on Instagram. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions, and recommendations. Until next time,
happy homeschooling!